Right, afternoon boys and girls, it's my turn to do some cooking today, and I'm no good at cooking and I've got absolutely no talent, but I guess to prove how straightforward it can be, I've been chosen to show you how to follow a recipe and to bake a cake. Now, today's cake is a marble cake, and that is a mixture of a plain white cake and a chocolate cake mixed together. So if you can't decide if you want to make a white cake or a chocolate cake, this marble cake could be the cake for you. Okay, so Mrs. Spotswood, Mrs. Lambert have set me up with all the equipment. I've got my instructions here on a sheet in front of me, laminated in case of any accidents. I've washed my hands. I've got a couple of grown-ups watching me as well, just to be on the safe side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work through it methodically using these instructions here, which will be available, I think maybe on a link. And as I say, I've got my equipment here. So step one says, in a large bowl, which is this one here, cream the sugar and the margarine together using an electric whisk until light and fluffy. So the sugar has already been measured out. It's 100 grams of caster sugar there, so that goes into the bowl. We then get the margarine. We've got 100 grams of soft margarine there. That goes into the bowl as well there. And then I get my electric whisk here. This one is from the 1970s. Electric whisk, make sure I don't drag the wire through the other ingredients. Make sure the whisks are on. Keep my fingers well out of the way, because that would hurt. That if I got my fingers caught in those. And then I'm going to use the whisk to cream the margarine and the sugar together. So here goes. I'm going to start on a slow speed and work up to it. Oh. Any faster?
Yeah, you go faster, it's not full. Yeah, there we go. That's fine.
Okay. So I don't lose any. I'm going to make sure I've turned it off at the plug, no accidents, and then I use this spatula to scrape out the bits from between the blades. I want to make as much cake as possible.
And if you didn't have electric whisk, you could just do that with a wooden spoon.
Right.
You could just cream it up.
Okie dokie. So then it says, in a small bowl, which is this one here. Don't worry, it's not from PE. Crack the eggs in and beat with a fork. So there's 2 eggs, free range of course. One egg in there. Yeah, make sure that there's no shell in there, and then the second egg. Not as cleanly done. There. Okay.
So what we
hopefully no shell. And then I've got my trusty fork, and I've got to beat the eggs with the fork.
Yeah. And next time, perhaps, if you crack the egg using the fork rather than the side of the bowl.
That's a top tip there. Top tip, boys and girls at home. Yeah, you can use the fork, doubles up as an egg cracker. So now, beating the eggs with the fork.
And does it say add them little by little?
Yeah. And then for the next phase, these 2 eggs are going to get added to the bowl, but little by little, not to overwhelm the mixture that's already in there. Okay, so they're beaten now. So add a little bit in. There, plug my whisk back in. Going to go for a slower speed now, boys and girls, just so there's no accidents and we don't have to redecorate. Okay, so the first bit's gone in nicely. We're going to add the rest of it bit by bit. There we go. Whisk again, slow speed. Just gonna, there's a bit stuck to the side, so I'm just gonna move that down with the spatula to make sure it's thoroughly mixed.
See, I think you're a secret cook at heart. You know the names of the equipment.
Genuinely, I haven't baked a cake since I was a kid with my mum, and me and my brother used to fight over who could scrape the bowl out, and it always broke my heart when my mum baked the cake, because I think it tastes better before they're cooked, even though there's a bit of a risk of salmonella. But I think I teach science, don't I? So following a sheet of instructions and using equipment, it's not dissimilar to a science lesson, is it? So there we go. So just get that off there. Just hang those over the edge of the bowl. So then it says, number 4, sieve the flour into the mixture and fold using a metal spoon. So, got a sieve here which is going to remove any lumps from the flour. I've got 100 grams of self-raising flour here. So, I'm going to put that through the sieve. There we go, thank you. Just give it a shake. Remember, the sieve's going to catch any big bits, and to be fair, it's done its job. Yeah, there's some bits in there, and then it says fold in using a metal spoon. So I'm going to go around the edges, and
so normally we do it like you're drawing a number 8, so round like a number 8.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, good technique that, miss. Thank you. Figure of 8. Yeah, that's working well. So we're mixing together now. In there now we've got the sugar, we've got the margarine, we've got the egg, and we've got the flour. 4 ingredients.
So if you wanted to, you could add some vanilla to that. If you wanted a vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah.
Some people, when we do this in school, like to put colours in there and end up with a bit of a rainbow or psychedelic cake going on. So people at home could do that as well.
See there at home, boys and girls, yeah, the cake mixture. That looks
fab. Good to go.
Pretty well mixed there. Then it says sieve in the cocoa powder into the remaining mixture.
Oh, hang on a second then. So first we've got to get rid of half the mixture.
So I could use...
You could put it straight into your cake tin.
Okay.
So you spoon it. So
I'm going to get it together in a big lump, and then take half of it. Is that right, miss? Yeah.
And if you do it in spoonfuls, so that you can put each spoonful in a different place in the cake tin, and then you eventually will swirl it together.
So I've got that much cake mixture there. Got to halve it down the middle.
Yeah.
There we go. Pull that bit
to an accurate scientist there.
Okay, pull that bit to that side. There we go. And then did you say over one side of the
No, all over really, just in spoonfuls, dotted all over. Okay. And then you'll put the chocolate mixture in between and swirl it.
Got you. Okay, so half the mixture's still in the mixing bowl, and half the mixture's in the cake tin. So I'm going to take the cocoa powder.
It's important it's cocoa powder, not hot chocolate, 'cause hot chocolate's got milk powder and sugar in.
So this is the healthy version.
Just extra sugar will make your cake go funny.
Oh, okay.
But it's science, it's all equal ratios and quantities. 100 grams, 100 grams, 2 eggs is 100 grams.
Cocoa powder into the sieve there. There we go, so just a few little hard bits left in there, and then it says spoon the chocolate mixture into the cake tin. Now, would I mix that with the spoon or
with the same one, yeah. So you treat cocoa powder like you treat flour.
Right.
So if you mix it too much, then it makes the cake really tough, and that's why you don't use the electric whisk. So that's why you do it by hand. If you were in a rush, you could do an all-in-one with the mixer, but it's a better cake if you don't.
Top tip. Okay, so that's pretty consistently mixed. So I've got the brown mixture there. So I'm going to try and alternate. Bits escaped.
So you could maybe use your spatula to take off the spoon. It doesn't matter that it's got vanilla on because you've got that in there anyway.
Yeah, that's a good technique, that miss. Get the last bit out of the bowl, not want to waste any of the cake mixture. So then, number 8, carefully marble the cake together using a knife or a fork.
Yeah.
So got me trusty fork from earlier on, and
so if you go with a fork in,
yes,
upright, and just swirl one colour into the other.
Oh, I don't have to make it flat.
No, you'll get there eventually. That's it.
Okay, so. Rubbing it round in the cake tin.
So the trick would be to less is more with this one. We don't want it to all turn like a pale brown.
Yes. Okay, so you can see me swirly marble design there. All right, I don't need to fill in those gaps around the edge.
It'll do that in the oven.
It will sort itself out in the oven.
Yeah.
That's good. And then it says bake for around 12 to 15 minutes until springy to the touch. So at this point, with your grown-up helper, you can put the oven on to 180 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So
and you do some oven gloves.
Is this an oven?
Yeah, bottom oven.
Bottom.
Yeah.
It's already on.
Yeah.
Already on.
Oven gloves though, Mr. Huddart.
Yeah. So get a couple of fingers into these oven gloves. Like that. Watch me drop it now. All this. And the marble cake. In the oven. So, look at my watch, it's 20 past 1, so 12 to 15 minutes, 12 minutes I'll have a little look in the oven over there with my grown-up helper, and then I'll use the oven gloves when it's time to take it out. So if you fancy having a go, boys and girls, I can recommend the marble cake. Very straightforward with Mrs. Instructions, and you'll find those nearby to this video. Thank you for watching.